Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of July 19th through the 25th. And during that time, we'll have a waxing crescent moon to start us off. And of course, that's just after the new moon. So we're, planning and starting to do those things that we've decided to do on the new moon and trying to get to work on those things. And then we have our first interrupter of the first quarter moon that comes in on the 22nd or the 23rd, kind of depending on where you are. And it could last just a few hours or even a day, where you might feel a little impulsive, impatient. Your mind's a little active. It's hard to get things done. I call it like a mini full moon, that kind of feeling. But just a touch, just for a few hours. So know that that's coming, and know that you can either kind of plan to take it easy that day, or plan to learn how to be in control of those impulses and kind of just manage those things as they come in. Then for the rest of the week, we do have the waxing gibbous moon. So the moon's starting to increase in size. Good time for us to get back to work on things that allows for a deeper understanding. We're also kind of leaning on our intuition a little bit more as that moon gains energy and gains size. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Sagittarius. So as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is to meditate and contemplate. All right, let's see what the Sagittarius Collective has going on for the week. As I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder for you this week is that you keep a spiritual journal. So oftentimes when we're learning things in the spiritual, in our spiritual life, it's good to write those things down just to have them. And this could also be experiences that you're having, or synchronicities, maybe even dreams. And it is good just to write those things down so that you have a little reference later if it coincides with something, especially dreams, where if you have a premonition dream, it could be some months or years later that this dream kind of comes to fruition. And it's good to, I've written down, I learned early to write down the really significant dreams, but what I've learned recently is to even just writing down the non-significant dreams may be more significant than you realize. So that's just a one thing to keep in there. But things that you're learning, it's just good to have a reference point. Come on, cards, let's get back together there. There we go. As you grow and learn things, just something to look back on. So that is just my fun weekly reminder for you this week, Sagittarius. All right, let's get into this reading, and I'll stop babbling, I swear. July 19th through the 25th. Meditate and contemplate. And your present energy right now, the Justice card. So some sort of truth is coming in. I'm going to grab a drink. Feel like I'm getting a little froggy, little frog in my throat. Need to clear my throat, which anytime that happens to me during a reading, it makes me want to remind you that there might be something this week that you need to speak up about. That if I feel that little block come in, there might just be something for you. That's a message for you to speak up. Anyway, some sort of truth is coming to light right now with the Justice card. So, this is about things being in order. This is about things being fair, being in balance. So some sort of truth is coming to you. And of course, that might be anytime you have a truth that comes in, something that you're learning, it does kind of change things. It'll change your perspective, changes how some things are going. So this is like a new truth, a new thing for you. The current situation is that you're thinking about the future here with the Two of Wands. So, what is this truth, this new thing that's coming to you, something that you've, recently unveiled or learned, that you're like, oh, okay, this changes my future in a way. It could be big, could be small, but it's definitely on your mind, and it might be something that you do need to contemplate. I mean, this guy is definitely contemplating his future because of this new information that has come in, right? At the root of your situation is a new perspective with the Hanged Man. So, that is, there he is hanging upside down, just looking at things from a new way. And that's what happens. Just like I said, when you have a truth that comes in, it's like, oh, well, that changes things. So go ahead and enjoy this new perspective that you're having with this new truth. So Interesting. In your recent past here, Sagittarius is the Sun card. So you're coming into this truth with light. The Sun is one of the happiest cards in the deck. It's about, um, you know, just light being on everything, brilliance, happiness, warmth. And that's the energy that you bring into this truth. So I will also say, now we've got three major arcana. Anytime we have three or more, some weeks are kind of mundane, but some weeks are a little bit more significant. Even if they're quietly significant, it's just one little tiny change, again, some little truth thing that comes to life that just changes your life in a positive way. So and I think in a positive, good way. It seems like we're going through here. What's on your mind this week is the Queen of Wands. So this could have something to do with something that you are passionate about, or it could give you more of an understanding of something that you're very passionate about, right? So it's some little truth, and it looks like it may affect what motivates you, right? Um, yeah, so whatever that is, think about that. What are you learning? What kind of truths are coming to light for you right now that would change, kind of like your daily energy drive. Anytime we're talking about wands, it's kind of like that fire that gets you going. And the Queen of Wands is really about understanding those things and understanding that you need that kind of drive. Otherwise, what's the fun of life if you're not having that fire and that excitement? So, yeah, something here that comes to light that's affecting your fire, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, in a positive way, I believe. What is just ahead of you this week is, as this is going on, as this truth is going on, you're kind of keeping things in the air, and probably because you are contemplating something. So sometimes when you're kind of deep in thought, or you've got some kind of bigger change going on, you turn around and you're like, oh yeah, I have life also to manage and deal with. So that's kind of the feeling I get here, that you're like, oh, I was supposed to, grocery shop and fill the car up with gas and all those things that you have to do just in life, that you're like, oh, there are real things happening, real material things that I need to do, while I'm in deep thought, or having, really contemplating something heavily, which it seems like you are this week, is contemplating maybe some change or something that's going on with you. All right. What is in your advice position is the Seven of Pentacles, which is about kind of just looking at the seeds you've planted, knowing that there's nothing really, you can wait for things to come to fruition and come into harvest, but you've planted certain seeds, and that's just, you're kind of in the moment about the way things are. They are the way they are. You've planted the seeds. Maybe things haven't come to fruition yet, but they're on the way. And all you can do is kind of watch things grow and watch things be there before you start to harvest. So and this could be in the monetary material realm, but many times this is also just in the human realm, even though it's pentacles. I've seen where this card could be that, for example, maybe you need someone to help you move, and you've planted the seed of, you've been helping your friends move when they needed it. So you're hoping that when the time comes, they'll be there for you. That's the kind of human interaction or harvest. Those are the kind of seeds you plant. You do nice things, hoping that those things will come back to you also as well. So that's your advice this week, is just to kind of chill out, wait. Things maybe aren't fully fleshed out yet and coming into you, but you are thinking about things, and there is some sort of truth that's coming in. All right, what is beyond your control this week is the Nine of Wands. So you're definitely looking back on some things. Um, and sometimes, when you have a new truth that comes in, you do look back and you're like, oh, and it makes other things make a little bit more sense. So pay attention to what that might be for you as well. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Oh, I've seen this card so much. Secret desire, Four of Wands, or trying to avoid Four of Wands, Sagittarius. So in this is typically our wedding card. It could be a card of about any celebration really, but through June and now in July, I feel like summer weddings are just all over the place. So either you're trying to avoid some celebration of some sort, or it's your secret desire to attend and be, you're really excited about something. But either, there's no right or wrong answer to that. You may just be kind of dreading it. So not all events like that are that you get excited about. Some are like, oh, okay, it's like an obligation, right? But whatever that is, answer that question for yourself, and then of course you have to act accordingly in whatever is happening there. But it is either your secret desire to want to celebrate, or you're trying to avoid that at all costs right now. So just ask yourself that question and understand the answer. What's in your outcome position here is the Seven of Wands. So feeling like you against the world. That also gives us 2 7. So I want you to look up angel number 77. So, here's what's interesting about this reading is many times in a reading, it's not just about what's present on the table. So we have three major arcana, a royal card, and now look at all the wands and pentacles. I don't see any cups about emotions. I also don't see any swords about communication or air energy. So, this is all kind of passion and about the material. So, but in the end, you're going to feel a little bit like you against the world for some reason. You're looking back on maybe some lessons learned, but it's some truth that, again, that's come to light. And I feel like you are kind of deep in thought about this week. So it's not like you're communicating. There's no swords here. You're not really talking to anybody about this. It's all kind of internal. And you're not really having feelings about it. You're not overly emotional about it, either one way or the other. So it's almost like this truth comes in. It's kind of changing the way you're seeing things for some reason. And that'll resonate with somebody. You're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about, even if I can't really see the situation or even come up with an example. But do look up angel number 77 and see if that has any bearing on your life. You may also want to look up angel number 22. We've got 2 2s there as well. What is hidden from you at the bottom of the deck is the Magician. So we're not really in manifestation mode, and it's almost like I feel like you're kind of in this waiting mode, and that is in your advice position is just wait. Like things are changing, some truth has come to light. It may have an effect on things, but we're going to wait. We're kind of in wait and see mode. Like what's exactly going to happen, and that's okay. Not that and tarot readings, I do them weekly, but life doesn't happen weekly. Sometimes you're just in the middle of a thing or something that's going on, and it's just you're kind of in wait mode. So wait and see is my advice on whatever's going on. But do take that time to meditate and contemplate. It seems like you're just a little bit in your head again with no communication with others and really no feelings. It's like you're kind of logically thinking about it. Maybe something that does affect something you're passionate about, but you're not really having a lot of feelings, if that makes sense. All right, final message for Sagittarius from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message is begin to explore. Okay, begin to explore, and maybe that's what that meditation and contemplation is about. You're thinking about something in your future. Some truth has come to light, and it's not like you're doing anything about it, but again, it's on your mind a lot this week. All right, what do you need to do in the way of self-care? Self-care for Sagittarius this week. And the card that you get, I mean, look at all the ones, and I pull out the Fiery Passion card. I mean, seriously, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards of wands. So passion. Light up your life by honoring your deepest desires. Very interesting. So I feel like something is on your mind. Something has come to light, and it could just be that you care about something more than you thought, right? Honor your life, or light up your life by honoring your deepest desires. So, and I feel like these are a lot of in your head thoughts, but it's things that you really want to do, things that you really want to accomplish. And, we're not quite at manifestation mode. Maybe this Magician would come out for you next week, but we're not quite there yet. That's hidden from you, and almost like you're trying to make up your mind. But, and again, in wait and see mode. So look up angel number 22, Sagittarius. Look up 77. See if there's number 70 bearing on your situation. But again, you're just very in your head this week. So Sagittarius, I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on with you. What kind of things are you thinking about? It might be interesting to see what the different Sagittarius people have to say, so you can see the broad spectrum of how tarot is about reading energy and the energy that might be going on. But the situations can be so different for different Sagittarians. So that, and also if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe is so kind of you. So thank you so much in advance for doing that, and it'll help you find me next week. Come on back and let's see where this story goes. So thanks, Sagittarius. See you next time. Bye-bye.